Hello everyone.
Hello guys, welcome to PitchingInLine. In this video, we're going to talk about T20 World Cup 2021, which is happening in UAE, the 7th edition. Finally, it's over here, and we are super excited to share our views and knowledge about this tournament. So first, we're going to talk about Group 1, where there are 6 teams. There are 12 teams in this tournament, and 6 teams each are divided into 2 groups. So first, we're going to talk about Group 1, which consists of England, Australia, South Africa, West Indies, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. And I call this group as Group of Death. It's certainly a group of death with all the teams are test playing nations. And first team that we're going to talk about is England, one of the red hot favorites. And they are the red hot favorites of this tournament. And bro, can you tell me why they are the red hot favorites?
I think it's just the balance of this team. They usually have this formula which is working for them for quite a long time. The moment they lost in 2015 qualifiers in the World 50 Overs World Cup, they sat down and they remodeled everything. The strategy changed. They decided that they will keep the test players aside. They will form a new, entire different setup for a white ball format. So I think that is the format which they are following, and that is the thing which is really helping them. And having hitters till number 7, number 8, that brings that fearlessness into the that batting lineup. Nobody is scared about losing their own wicket. They play for the team. So I think that's what makes a team dangerous, and that's why England is dangerous.
Yes, and certainly they are one of the teams which have batsmen who can play till number 9, number 10, and these are the batsmen who can clear the boundaries at will. And mind you, these are all are very experienced, proven match winners. This is the team. The core team has won the 2019 World Cup 2 years back, and they would want to win this World Cup and keep their legacy up as one of the best limited overs side in the history of cricket. So coming to their weaknesses, what do you think? Which part of the England is their weakness where other teams can exploit?
I think most of the players in this team are pure hitters. They are pure hitters. So all they need is they need good pace, good bounce, true nature of a wicket. If the wicket is true, they are very lethal. But once the pitch starts to dry up a bit, turns a bit, and the ball keeps lower, some batsmen in England, I won't say everyone, some batsmen like Liam Livingston is not so acclimatized to these kind of conditions. He hasn't played much of cricket in these conditions. So these people, who generally prefer those, cross-batted shots, those kind of things won't
Yes.
work here. So, that will be the weaknesses, if at all, if I want to quote anything about this England team.
Yes. So we'll talk about the players to watch out for. This is a good England side, and I think one of the players to definitely watch out for is Moeen Ali. He had a fantastic IPL, and his pyrotechnics for CSK has been exceptional. He has came at number 3, number 4, number 5, and he started bringing the momentum towards the CSK side. And he's a good spinner on these UAE conditions. I think he will be definitely very, very valuable. And any other players to watch out for?
I think batsman Johnny Bairstow, very good experience at the top, flamboyant batsman. He's the one player to watch out for. Apart from that, Adil Rashid and Mark Wood.
Yes. So we'll go to the second team, that is Australia. And Australia, they have a rich history of doing really, really well in the ICC tournaments. Though they're not considered as one of the favorites, one of the red hot favorites, but I still think they're one of the contenders given their history in the tournaments. And what do you think are their strengths in this World Cup?
I think they're all-rounders like Mitch Marsh, Marcus Stoinis, Glenn Maxwell. These people are doing their job really well in the past a couple of years. They are, especially Mitchell Marsh, who has been scoring a lot of runs across all the format. So I think he is one player who will be very important for them. Apart from that, they're bowling. They have Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, and Kane Richardson. I think their bowling and their middle order, the all-rounders, are the weaknesses as far as strengths as far as Australia is concerned.
Definitely strengths. I mean, see, like if you're actually making a playing 11, they are getting 7 bowling options in their first choice 11. That means that is a tremendous balance if you have it. And what do you think are their weaknesses? They are not considered as one of the red hot favorites. Why do you think is the reason?
Because their batting is a little bit jittery at the top. See, for any team to play well, their openers has to fire. They have to set that platform. For the middle order to cash in on it. Unfortunately for Australia, Aaron Finch, he has been in very bad form and he's coming from a surgery, so that will haunt. Apart from that, Warner, we know, he has been dropped from SRH squad. So I think he also has been going through very bad form after that. The groin injury which he got against the series against India. So I think these are the biggest weaknesses which Australia are facing now.
And the players to watch out in the Australia are from the Australian squad is one will be Steven Smith.
Yes.
On this turning pitches. I think he will be a really the anchor
Yes.
of the Australian batting.
Correct.
And other two players.
One is Mitchell Marsh. Be it with his bowling or with batting, he has been doing well. So he will be their important factor. And apart from that, I feel Josh Hazelwood. He will be a big factor with the new ball for Australia.
And one more player that I would like to add is Glenn Maxwell. He had a turnaround season for RCB.
Yes.
He was a batting corner for RCB, considering you have Virat Kohli and De Villiers.
Yeah.
Still, he has delivered.
Yes.
He has delivered day in and day out. So he'll be one of the key players. So going to the next team, that is South Africa. South Africa is a team which is always known as one of the prime contenders for any ICC tournament. From if you see it from 2007, I think there isn't a single tournament where I don't think so any expert would rule out South Africa to win it. But they have been known as perennial chokers. But this time they're not even considered as one of the contenders. And what do you think is the reason? What is their weakness? What is the reason why South Africa, not many people are really looking into it?
I think their imbalance in the batting department is the biggest factor for not considering them, as favorites. Because Temba Bavuma, I think he's not a real fit for these formats. Apart from that, they don't have services of Faf du Plessis actually. So had he been there, the entire dynamics of South African batting would be different. So I think with
Sure.
both with this, the Quinton de Kock at the top and Van der Dussen in the middle order and Markram. Now these three are the most important players for South Africa to, if they want to score 150, 160 on regular basis.
Yes, and coming to the strengths, and I think there's no doubts about the strengths is a bowling.
Bowling, yeah.
They have a tremendous bowling lineup. Rabada, Nokia, Samsi, Maharaj. Very good bowling lineup. But I think it's like you rightly mentioned, it's a batting which, if they keep scoring good totals so that the bowling can defend, I think South Africa will have very, very good chances of winning their matches. And what are the three players to watch out for?
I think Tabriz Shamsi, given the conditions and the form he's in, he will be very, important player for them with the ball. And with the bat, I guess, Rassie van der Dussen, he will play a very important role. He is a player who plays those anchor innings and he can explode once he is set. So he's another player which I'm looking forward to, apart from Rabada, who is always positive in whichever team he plays.
Yes. So moving on, we'll go to the defending champions, West Indies. This is a team which has stamped their legacy all over the world, filled with T20 legends who have won tournaments, not just matches, won tournaments wherever they played in all the franchisee cricket. And probably it could be this World Cup and next World Cup could be their last time that you could see players like Dwayne Bravo, Chris Gayle, or Pollard, or something like that. And what is their strength? I mean, this is a team which is a legendary team. There's no doubt of the players. But what is the major strength in this tournament?
I think, see, we talk about England, right? How they play, the brand of cricket they play. It's pretty much similar what West Indies have. They are also a team which doesn't like to play that conventional cricket. They just go. They just want to go out and express themselves. That makes their team more dangerous. Just imagine, man. See, if a middle order has somebody like Kyron Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, and Andre Russell in same team, then you understand that how much of a dangerous outfit they are. Even if you take their quick wickets, even if you
And
will remove.
they'll be walking at number 6, number 7, number 8.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll be walking lower middle order. So imagine a team, a team picking up 4 or 5 wickets, and you have Russell, Pollard walking in, and Bravo to come back. So yeah, it will be definitely one of the red hot favorites to win this tournament. And their weaknesses, any weakness which other teams can exploit.
Weakness, I think. See, they might be missing one, quality spinner in their ranks. Yeah, I mean, Hayden Wall Jr. has been bowling really well in the past few series for West Indies. But again, still, I feel that they are missing someone like Sunil Narine in these conditions. I thought especially after Fabian Allen got injured. Yeah, I understand that he was not even in the reserves once they announced the squad. But once your
Yes.
main player was injured, they could have tweaked something, and they could have found a way to bring in Sunil Narine. Just imagine this dynamics with Sunil Narine in the middle. He will give you with the ball, he will give you runs with the bat also, if necessary. So I think that is
Yeah.
the only area which I am seeing them as a potential weakness for West Indies. Apart from that, they are all-round squad.
Okay. And coming to their players to watch out for, we'll see. I think it will always be again Chris Gayle. He is a man who can win matches within a space of 6 overs. So he'll be one. And Pollard, the captain, and he's known to finish the big matches. I think those two will be, along with Dwayne Bravo. I think he needs to finish all the matches with the ball. So I think these three will be the players to watch out for. So going to the next team, that is Bangladesh. I mean, they played the qualifiers. They had upset loss against Scotland, and but they won their remaining 2 matches and they qualified. So what is their strength? What is the strength of Bangladesh in this tournament?
I
in
think
UAE?
Bangladesh, they have a good spin attack. They have a very good spin attack. Shakib Al Hassan with his left arm spin is very handy in these kind of conditions. Apart from that, they have right arm off spinner Mahdi Hassan, and they didn't play Nasu Ahmed, who was a recurrent chief against Australia and New Zealand in the series in Bangladesh. So I think their spin bowling is very it's a big positive for them, big strength for them going forward in the tournament.
Okay, and their weaknesses in this tournament?
Weaknesses, I guess they don't have that they don't have proper hitters. Yeah, I mean they have Mahmudullah in the middle order, but apart from that, you don't have someone who opposition will see, man, yes, man, this guy is yet to come. He can change his game upside down. So they don't have that kind of a killing instinct in the middle order. I think that is the place where they are lacking. Apart from that, their top order is pretty much set. Liton Das, Naeem Sheikh and all these people, they are good outfit.
And their players to watch out for will be Shakib Al Hassan, Shakib, and the spinners, all the spinners, Mehdi Hassan, and I think the spinners will decide the fate of the Bangladesh. And coming to the last team of Group 1, that is Sri Lanka. What do you say about Sri Lanka?
See, Sri Lanka is a team, which suffered a lot in recent past. Once their seniors got retired, they never got that combination again. Which can challenge the big teams, the top teams in world cricket. But somehow, after that series win against India, I think they developed a little bit of confidence. Which gave them that hope that yes, they can, if they play well, if they play to their strengths, they can challenge any opposition in these kind of conditions. So I think
yeah, and I think these conditions will suit Sri Lanka, and that will be their major strength. They have amazing spinners. They have these medium pacers and 2 good fast bowlers. So the bowling attack is something that is very suitable for these conditions. So I think that will be their major strength. And their weaknesses would be, this team is still a team which is a very young. And like you mentioned, they started to gain their confidence after the Indian win, but still they are little raw. And I think batting is something that has been their weakness. Even in the warm-up matches, Ireland actually, reduced them for 8 for 3 within 3 overs.
Yeah.
So I think it's the batting which would be an aspect where they have to look after themselves, where I see other teams will exploit. And there are 3 players to watch out for.
I think Baninu Vasaranga, it's a no-brainer. Be it with the bat, be it with the ball, and he's a gun fielder. I think he's an all-round cricketer. He'll be a very big strength for Sri Lanka. Apart from that, their new spinner Mahesh Deekshana. If you see his action, he reminds us of Ajanta Mendes. So, and that mystery factor which he brings along with him, now it will really trouble the non-Asian teams, and even the Asian teams. It will take a little bit of time for them to just read him. So I think these both. Apart from that, I think Avishka Fernando. He will be a very important cog in their wheel as far as their batting goes.
So that's it, guys. We have spoken about the group of death, that is group 1. We'll talk about the other group in other videos. We'll see you some other day. Tata, bye bye, see you.